Hey, what's up, guys? Today we're going to talk about what to expect in your business for 2023. I put a lot of thought into this show, and initially what I was going to do was explain the problems that could be had in 2023. However, I believe that we discussed that plenty in the last quarter of 2022. So now that the new year is here, we're going to focus on some really cool things to be able to expect in your business for 2023. However, understand that these expectations are a precursor from the work that has to be put in. So we're going to go over exactly what to expect in your business for 2023 now. What's up, guys? My name is Chris Warrens, founder of Warrior Consulting. I just want to give you just a brief background about me. I've now built 6 multi-million-dollar businesses, exited 2, and help entrepreneurs internationally when it comes to building their businesses to the multi-million-dollar mark and beyond. Most people that I do work with are under the 20-year mark in business, and there are a lot of common things that I talk about and work on with people, not only in their businesses, but their mindsets, but also within my businesses. So that's why we're here. This is what this channel is all about. We're all about giving value, impact, hopefully influencing and providing you with some answers that we can give you the perspective of from being in the role for now 15 years. So without further ado, let's jump into the show. Okay, so today I'm going to share with you quickly my 2022 for me, for my companies. We experienced approximately a 300% increase from 2021. In the year prior was approximately 2020 to 2021 was approximately 100% increase. 2021 to 2022, basically the increase was approximately 300%. So we 3x'd our already huge growth rate from 2 years prior. All right, and I'm just putting that on display, 100% to 300%. And what does that mean? That means that at year 13, I was growing at 100%, and at year 14, we were growing at 300%. Those numbers typically are unheard of, specifically in the second decade of business. Those numbers are very common your first couple of years in business because all you could do is really grow. But that means that really what it comes down to is we mastered the basics. It's really that simple. And that is considered monster growth. All right. We're talking about 6 and 7 figure differences from 1 year to the next, and 8 figures overall when it comes to the journey. So when you put it into perspective, what I'm going to teach you today is exactly what we used in 2022, and we're mastering in 2023 and adding variables to continue our huge growth rate. And what you need to understand is your growth rate, you can expect this in 2023 if you really focus on the basics, okay? I'm talking about the mundane stuff. I'm talking about the basic stuff. I'm talking about, right, taking the time to understand your business, what makes your business, the numbers within your business, the customers within your business, the data within your business. I'm talking about leading your team, whether you have 1 person or 11 people or 100 people or 1,100 people. I'm talking about being the best version of yourself for you and your company. Okay? I'm talking about the basics. If you want monster growth, which can definitely happen in 2023, I want you to understand that the basic mundane stuff, the time wasting stuff, the stuff that most business owners won't do, is what I want you to focus on. Using an example, Warrior Consulting, my umbrella company, my consulting company, my concierge service is really what it is. We're known for many things, to include our customer service. And our highlights of our customer service are not only taking care of our customers and solving their problems in the moment, but we constantly touch our customers after the transaction is done. Constantly. And one of the things that we're known for are our handwritten thank you cards with wax seals on the back. We're beginning to get into calligraphy on the thank you cards as well. Just thank you cards, right? Just thank you cards. We're beginning to explore options to put calligraphy on the front of it. It takes us approximately 20 minutes to a half hour, depending on what we're doing. Well, we'll say 15 minutes to a half hour, depending on what we're doing, per thank you card. And this is what I'm talking about. As the owner, are you taking the time to not only thank your customers, but to handwrite a thank you card for your customer after they stopped paying you? This is the basics that we're talking about. And these basics are what you need to see increased revenue, increased profitability, an increase in customers, increase in customer retention. This is a very controversial statement, but the statement that I'm going to make is half the battle is just showing up. And people can look at that as a lie. But I'll tell you, at year 15, half the battle is just showing up. And half that battle of showing up is doing the basic things. Using the thank you cards as an example, our team now does them. We have 3 people that do thank you cards. And I designed how we were going to do the thank you cards, I believe in 2020. Now, keep in mind, I've been doing thank you cards since 2015, but we redesigned it in 2020. And what I did was I built a system on how to do these thank you cards and then passed off that system to the team. And the team started replicating and doing the thank you cards. But what I'm saying is, speaking to you business owners, is still at year 15, right? Almost a decade of doing thank you cards. I still sit down from time to time and help my team write thank you cards. Still. Why? Because it's not beyond me. Nothing on the day-to-day is beyond me. And you as a business owner, understanding that nothing is beyond you, nothing, is the key to monstrous growth in 2023. And if you can implement being really good at doing the basic mundane things, you'll master them. And once you've mastered them, then you can start really mastering the hard skills, the sales funnel, the marketing, right? But you have to have the foundation built. So if you're watching this show and you get anxious about all the basic shit you have to do, understand that's normal. And you might not have a team to be able to delegate to. Understand that's normal. But eventually you will. So take this time to master the basics before you have that team. And if you have that team, make sure that you understand as the owner that you are just as capable as your frontline people and no better than them. And from time to time, when you have the time, sit down and work with them on those things. It doesn't matter if it's 5 minutes once a month. The point is you're still doing it. You know, to put it into perspective, our team puts hours into thank you cards every week. And I do maybe 10 to 15 minutes a month of thank you cards. But That 10 to 15 minutes per month is me keeping myself in check as an owner, that I'm no better than the basic stuff that we've mastered to build at a 300% growth rate in year 14. And I haven't said this publicly, but I have talked to many of my very wealthy friends on what I'm about to say. And no one has heard not one person that I talked to has heard what I told them my accountant said to me at the end of 2022. And I'm putting it into perspective. If you have expectations of your business to be fantastic in 2023, okay, if you want to see increased revenue, increased profitability, increased customer retention, if you dedicate yourself to showing up on a daily basis, there's a chance that you can have not only better growth than we did in year 14, but you could sit across from your accountant in Q4 and your accountant tells you to stop taking money into the business and to go on a vacation for the rest of the year. That is monstrous growth. And I've talked to 9-figure and 10-figure buddies of mine that run 10-figure companies. Those are B's, guys. They've never heard that. Now, I didn't stop taking money in and go on vacation for the rest of the year, but the point is, if you expect monstrous growth, you can have those types of conversations. But the precursor to those conversations is doing the basics and doing them really fucking well. Master the basics. Master the basics in your business. Master the basics with yourself. Once you become a master of the basics, then you move on to the fancy shit. And in year 15, we are just moving on to the fancy shit. Because the first decade I fucked up with everybody that I worked with. The second decade, I started to figure out a few things. And as I'm hitting that midway into the second decade, we've mastered the basics, and I can say that. And it takes time. And I don't compare myself to people that have done it faster than me. Occasionally I look at them, but the point that I'm getting at is you too could do this. You too can master the basics. You too can have those conversations with your accountant. You too can grow your business at 300%. You too could do it, and it comes down to mastering the basics. All right, guys, that's what I got for you today. I want you to know that you could do it too, easily, and I'm rooting for you. And all I ask of you guys is smash that like button, hit subscribe, and if you have a question or a comment, drop a comment below and let's chat about it. Go be great, and I'll catch you next time.